Hey, welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter, and I have the pleasure of welcoming Avion, aka Naughty, onto the program. So thanks, man, for taking the time to come on this thing.
No problem, Paul. How's your day been so far?
It's been good, man. It's been good. The weather is starting to finally turn. I think we finally turned the corner, and spring is here, right?
Yeah, beautiful day. Just went out for a walk right now, and I'm just back
Right.
now, so I'm like in the hoodie still, but
Yeah, yeah. I
outside,
mean,
like
you're. I mean,
nice.
for the people that like don't know who you are, are you a pilot now, or you're learning to become a pilot?
So I'm learning to be a pilot.
Yeah.
It's definitely a time-consuming process. Takes like a lot of practice too, and money, of course. But
Yeah.
one day we'll be up in the sky permanently, and then yeah, we'll set soar. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to pilot like big planes or smaller planes?
Smaller planes like
Yeah.
four seaters, two seaters,
Yeah.
to go around the city.
Must be a
And
rush, eh?
yeah, it's really exciting. It's the adrenaline, the
Yeah.
rush, it's the rush you get. Like when you fly, you're like, okay, like
Yeah, it's like freedom, you know?
yeah, it's definitely it. Not a lot of people get to do it, and a lot of people are also just scared of heights. Let alone
Yeah.
sitting in a
Yeah.
plane, they're really scared. Like this
Yeah.
we were up and like as soon as we took off, like within 2 minutes the passenger was like, no, we gotta go back, I'm too
Oh,
scared.
really?
So we just made a u-turn and we landed back. It was um it was actually really interesting. Like people, yeah, people who can soar, they will soar, it's like that. Like
Mm,
just, just mentalities, right?
interesting. And you've always wanted to become a pilot?
Yeah, sure. I mean, my dad was
Yeah.
in the Air Force back home,
Right.
so growing up I was always around like planes and stuff and fighter
Cool.
jets mostly. But
Cool, cool.
so I just made it like a thing that I want to be a pilot, and I like planes. Like I like heights. I like the rush.
Oh,
The-
100%.
yeah,
I could totally understand that part of it,
yeah, yeah.
like the rush of it.
If you know, you know. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you
I,
like taking off or do you like landing?
I like the landing part, but taking
Yeah.
off is never like not fun. It's always
What's harder? Is landing harder than taking off?
landing is definitely harder. Like landing is definitely the most crucial part of a flight because
Yeah. Yeah.
um, landing you can if your engines fail during landing, you can literally stall and then like uh
Yeah. Like what
something
happened at Pearson? Like it like
that
like
was
in February.
yeah the le- um the was it the American Eagle, yeah, the American Eagle, the CRJ, they landed it, but like there was, so the weather at that time, from what I speculated, was the weather was really icy, and then there was winds that were gusting sideways. So if this is the runway, like the winds were like literally crosswinds,
Yeah.
maybe 10-15 knots,
Right.
which means around 10-20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Does it doesn't ta well, I guess it's also a smaller plane. I
Yes,
suppose, like, the size of the plane matters, I suppose, versus, like, a 747.
not really. When you're in the
No?
air, you're
Yeah.
just about like you're just a piece of metal. You're just a piece
Yeah.
of metal floating around. Like like wind doesn't like really um
It doesn't care.
it doesn't care about your weight, like if you're
Yeah.
heavier you can still drift around, but if you're
Right.
lighter you will get like more gusts, yeah.
Mm.
But if you're heavier, those gusts will be stronger, but yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it does matter a little bit with the weight, but like not too
Not
much,
really.
like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really, like it can still slide and like it can still do like stuff, um,
Man.
smaller planes just don't have too much to bear. Like let's say you had a hard landing, like a
Yeah.
Cessna would like literally can snap out and stuff. But if you
Yeah.
hard land that Boeing 747, the wheels are so bulky, so beefy, they will absorb all the damage, and
Mm.
potentially save the risk. So I think it's that. But the thing with the American, what happened was that they had ice that was on the runway that was still like sliding off.
Yeah.
Like the winds were. blowing the ice which was accumulated on like the side of the runways as they had piled it up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
As and the wind was blowing, so the pile was actually literally just like littering the snow on the runway, right? And then just came in hard, had a wind shear. Wind shear means when there's like when you have the wind, but like there's additional wind which is it's just blowing, right? It's just
Right.
blowing wind, so it's like it disturbs your path of flight, and eventually your landings are a little bit more unstabilized. So
Yeah.
stabilized, and then he just went down, and then like flipped over because he slided first, and then as he slided, and then he like flipped over, right?
Mm.
Um, and then the right wing just snapped off, left. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
so right. Yeah, one wing snapped off, one stayed intact. The plane flipped over because the wing was not there to protect it, and hence everything. But it was such a miracle that everybody
Yeah.
survived.
Crazy. Crazy that everyone. That's good. That's good. I mean, it's a good story in the end. I mean, I guess that's why they always tell you to keep your seatbelt on
Exactly.
until
Like
they get to the
during
gate.
landing phase, right? You never know the wind shear because we can't see the wind shear if you're flying. Like, and the ATC doesn't know if there's wind shear or not, right? They don't know if there's wind shear. It's just
Yeah.
the it's just you that like and you don't even know that the wind shear is gonna come now or now or now.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Each
Yeah.
5, 15, 10, 20 seconds, like from where you're like at your finals, and then you land because
Yeah.
pilots do fly the plane on autopilot, but up until possibly like sometimes like 1,000 feet, right? Like
Right.
generally it's 1,000 feet, and then pilots
Right.
disconnect the autopilot and then fly it down manually.
Yeah.
When they're taking off, like they take off manually, and then once they're up in the air, like it depends airline to airline, but like pilots generally will have the autopilot up and running not
Yeah.
more than 4,000 feet. Like yeah, they can
Mm.
do it, right? Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like that. Yeah, it's think that was the cause for the plane, but there's a lot of aviation incidents that are been going on, but
Yeah. Like, what's going on? Is it just a matter of like there's just like people are able to cut like people are able to actually record like what's going
yeah,
on around the world? Like,
I
why are
think
there so many all of a sudden?
like if you compare like well airlines still airplanes are the safest mode of transportation. Like
Yeah.
people die more in car crashes than in airplane crashes, right? So
Yeah.
it's still safe, but what I think is it's just the technology part, as you mentioned, right? Like people are getting
People
more.
got phones to
People
record
have
it.
phones
Yeah.
now. People have um, phones were banned up until like I mean not banned, but like you could not use your phone while in phase of flight.
Right. Right.
But people still do it. But people will do it, right? They will keep doing it. People are people. Um, but what really is happening now also is that the media is getting to know about all these incidents and stuff, so they're covering it more. I think
Yeah.
what's happening because
Yeah.
guys, there was not much um, there was not much about it, so as to say, right? But like now, yeah, just events are happening and they're covering it. There's cameras everywhere. Probably there's security cameras too many. There's business cameras too many. Airports have cams now, live cameras all the way.
Right. Right.
Some
Yeah.
spots.
It's great. It's just I don't know. It seems like every week there's something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, well, there is something happening. It's been happening since like forever, but
Yeah. Just that we
we
actually we just hear about it now. We just hear about it now
didn't know
versus
about it at all. We
yeah.
did
We
not
just
know about it.
yeah. Yeah.
We were like, wow, okay, these things happen as well, and yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's
Mm.
something new to anybody, but
Right. Right.
some people definitely is, because they never had the exposure to all these news and all that.
Yeah. It's interesting. Well, flying's still safe.
Flying
Don't
still
worry.
like,
Book
flying safe.
book 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 your flights.
Your flights with me, yep.
Yeah, book your flights with Abby. He'll take good care of you. So
Yep.
you're a pilot and you're also a photographer. Is that correct to
Anytime.
say? Yeah.
Absolutely, yep. So I became a photographer first. Well, becoming a pilot was always a thing since a
Yeah.
child. But after I came here to Canada, I moved here in 2017 from India. If you doesn't know,
Mhm.
I was 18 and I moved here when I was well, young and studied public relations and strategic communications at Durham College in
Yeah.
Oshawa, Ontario,
Yeah. Right.
and got the degree. And first sem of my school, we had introduction to photography, and
Oh,
that seemed like a cool program, right?
yeah.
I mean, photography was cool always for me, so I was like, why not? And then my professor was also really cool, so he taught us like a lot of things, and we would also have a chance to like get rent out cameras from our studio in
Oh,
the
yeah.
college, and then we would just like get it out for like 2 days. Come
Nice.
out, I would come out in downtown, and it's like I remember like shooting like at like nights, and then I would
Yeah.
go back, and then I would scratch my head about how do I edit these photos now? How do I make like
Right.
like those people, those guys, and those guys were like my inspiration. Like they still,
Ah,
yeah. And it was nothing too fancy, but I learned Lightroom, I learned Photoshop
yeah.
thanks to the prof, and also by myself. It's just like the hustle, I just did it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and slowly started posting online on Instagram, and slowly pages like Blog.to picked up like when they were active. Now they're not active, right? Because of the Canada this
Right.
ban on the thing. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
something we can talk about. It's crazy, like how you can't like view like certain news. Like Nurse
Yeah.
Canada is gone, Blog.to is gone. Like all
Yeah.
those curiosities, all
It's
these
wild.
pages
It's wild.
like used to like feature all my photos, like all these photos you see in the back, like the my photos when like they used to post it and all. Uh, this photo, this one right here, won third
Right.
prize. Sorry, first prize in Canada. Uh,
First prize.
first prize. So Pexels? Do you know Pexels?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pexels did a contest, a photo contest. It was called Passport to Canada, and
Okay.
you could like upload your Canadian photos like from the city. So this one like first prize in urban, all over Canada. Got like the
Wow.
registration and got like a sweet little $350 USD. So not bad,
Oh yeah.
It was not bad, yeah. So with the recognition, lot of brands, a lot of other people reach out, a lot of small businesses that wanted their content.
Right.
So slowly made my own like thing where I help out people with like their content needs and
Yeah.
whatever they need help with. If they need help with like social media marketing, management, anything, since I was a PR major,
Right.
I was like, okay, I can help you with that. Photos,
Okay.
videos. At this point, we have also like drones. So we have like
Yeah.
drones as well. So if you need like drone photos, if
Okay.
you
And
take
you're actually reaching out to these people, or are they actually contacting you?
goes
Like, how
vice
does it work?
versa, goes both ways. I would say, like it's just that sometimes when I need work, I reach out more, like and then
Yeah.
sometimes when I have work, people automatically reach out to you when you are already working.
It's always those things. Yeah.
Always those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're not working, you have to reach out through work. But if you're already working, people will see your work and people will be like, okay, I want to get this guy to work for me, like for sure. Why
Mm,
not? So
mm.
that's the way it goes, and yeah, like it's just that.
Interesting. So, like, how's it been working with these business owners? Like, do you have any challenges? Any like surprises or?
There's always challenges when you're
Yeah.
like running something like a business, right? Like because it's not like everything is promised to you, but like you have to promise, like you have to really take care of things like
Right.
logistics and like really if the shoot is gonna happen, if it's gonna happen, then like you have to take care of all the things. There's challenges like weather is always a big challenge. If you're shooting outside, say there's a couple in the the bride is just feeling too cold, like you can't do anything about it, but like you have to shoot, right?
Mm.
And say sometimes you're shooting with babies. Babies are always a challenge, you know.
Mhm.
You're shooting
Mhm.
with like business owners. Business owners sometimes they have challenges.
Yeah.
Uh, um, their funds or anything, right? Like if I give them a quote, they can always easily just go like, no, we don't have the money. Like, you know, can you do it
Right.
free? And
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Yeah.
I hate saying no, you know. I'm like I like being kind, but
Right.
sometimes when they ask for like the free stuff,
Yeah.
you have to say no, right? To a point, where
Yeah.
then you have to like basically compose yourself and be like, you know what? Like I know my worth, and like I know I can shoot this for free today, but like if it's only gonna give me value tomorrow, I will do it for free. If it's not gonna give me any sort of value, then I'm not gonna do it for free. You know, that's our thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so you have to really just like judge the business owner, and not like judge, but like you have to look at like other aspects of the whole thing, and then you have to calculate if this is really gonna be a good deal or not. And I
Mm.
think that is the biggest challenge, you know, like if to calculate that success based on how you both are dealing with each other, you know. Sometimes
Right.
it's also paid, but like clients can also always go like, oh, we don't like this, and we are paying you to do this, right? Like
Yeah. It
we are,
happens all the time though.
yeah,
I was just talking about that like over the weekend. Like you always need to expect that the client's gonna come back and
right,
request a change.
exactly. And
Like you
then
need to expect it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you need to expect it, and then you
Yeah.
have to, if you don't tell them that, well, if you tell them that, okay, we can do it again, no problem, but like we
Yeah.
just need some more money because like revisions are extra, and then they get angry because they don't want to
Yeah.
pay for revisions, right? And
Right.
it's just that crazy.
Yeah.
um, Sometimes what happens is people will not show up, you know, people will,
Really? That's
yeah,
just rude.
yeah, like
That's just rude though.
people will show up
Yeah.
unprepared, people are still late.
Mm.
um, Sometimes I'm late, like of course there is, but yeah. Um, Sometimes people just don't have photography like manners as such. You
Mm.
know, like they're all over the place, just doing everything. They want to piss me off. You know, like
Right, right,
right. It's just yeah. Kids always like they never listen, right?
right. Yeah,
It's like that, yeah. But
yeah,
it's always fun though. It's like a new experience. Like you get to learn too much. Like you get to share
yeah,
values, and like yeah. At the end of the day, you realize everybody's a human, and like everybody's just trying to make it out, you know. And then they're like, yeah, sure.
yeah,
They're just doing their best, and I'm doing my best. You know,
yeah,
nothing too complicated.
yeah. I always find that clients don't even know what they want sometimes.
Exactly.
Like they're looking to you to like lead them because they sometimes they have no clue, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's like going to a pizza store and then like
yeah,
asking for a pizza, but like um, what kind of pizza do you want?
yeah. They don't know until you tell me. I
Well, pizza,
don't know.
well, pizza. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
put pineapple on your pizza. Oh, I hate pineapple on my
yeah,
pizza. Man. Oh,
yeah.
why didn't you tell me before? Oh, well, I asked you what type of pizza do you want.
Right.
You know. Well, I'm asking you what type of photos do you want. So tell
Mm,
me what's the vision? What's the thing? If
yeah,
you want my vision, then I'll copy paste my vision. Like I don't care. You know.
yeah,
I
yeah,
really.
yeah,
And if you don't like it, then it's not my fault because you trusted me with with my vision.
yeah.
You put my vision in in my hands. You know,
Right.
so now deal with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes they don't want to deal with it. Sometimes I don't want to deal with it.
Right. Right.
It's
Yeah.
both ways. It's like okay, whatever then. You
Yeah.
want to work, you don't want to work.
Mm.
You want to work, work.
Yeah.
That simple.
Yeah. No, it's
Because I've lost a lot of clients. Like I've dealt with a lot of people to a point where I'm like, I know what to and I know what to tell them, and yeah, it's like just goes simple as that, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you do just photo? Do you also do video, or is it just mainly photos?
So I've been jumping on. a little bit of video now because I studied
Yeah.
video as well in my public relations course.
Yeah.
But the thing with the video is it's a lot different than photos. I think we all say like a photo can speak like a thousand words, right?
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
video cannot do that. A video has to express itself um, frame to frame, like it has to tell the story. You can look at a photo and you can imagine the story, but like if you look at a video, you just look at like 1 second of a video, like
Right.
figure out what's happening, but like you really don't know the story behind it. So that's the
Yeah.
thing with video I find really interesting. Like you have to tell the story in a way that you really aren't taking too much of others' time.
You have to. Yeah. You have to really grab someone's attention.
Yeah, you have to grab the attention
You
and
have to grab your attention.
really have that short span of getting that attention. If you don't get it, you don't get it, right?
Yeah.
It's, it's really tricky. But
Yeah.
I'm
It's
doing the
tricky.
videos, and then editing videos is again like another aspect of video things. Like editing a photo is okay. Like now I can say that, but like when it comes to video, it's like you can't really mess up with your ISO too much. You can't really mess up with your white balance too much when you're shooting
Yeah.
video because
Right.
your white balance has to match all the frames, like every shot
Yeah.
that you take, right? But with
Yeah.
photo, like you can slide up and down, like do something about it, make it even black and white. But like you can't do
Yeah.
that with the video. Like if you have to color grade it a certain way, the look has to go. The look has to
Yeah.
go. Like it doesn't like
Yeah. Yeah.
really
No,
tricky.
it's more. It's more. It's definitely more like time invested
Yeah, yeah,
in making
totally,
videos.
totally, totally.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, but like some people are actually really good videographers, cinematographers. Right? They do amazing work. Right? They do the color grading on point always.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people like me who are still learning, like it will always be a challenge to
Yeah.
learn that new. But I don't think it's like nothing is impossible.
No, it's just practice, man. You just gotta practice more. It's
Literally,
a
just
practice thing.
time, time and patience. Put in the work, just do it.
Yeah, and you also have to like enjoy doing it.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
don't enjoy doing videos, then it's gonna be tough to kind of keep going at it. So
yeah, yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, no, definitely not. But
You know?
yeah, but that's a great point. Like that's how a lot of people just quit. A lot of people just don't pursue it, just don't like continue it up along the way. Like they just
Yeah,
quit. The camera is just collecting dust, and they're like, "Oh, my camera is collecting dust." Well, you never shot. You
mm,
never put in the work. You never put out the work.
yeah,
You may have put in the work, but you never put out that work, right?
yeah,
So people then see it, and hence you don't have it. So yeah,
yeah. The hardest part is leaving the house.
hardest part is leaving the house. That is
Yeah,
true.
it's the hardest part. Leave the house and do some work.
Do some work and like yeah, just really get what you want and like just do it. Just doing it is the main. Like showing up is 50% of the work done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. That is the IG. Like,
So your IG's all the CN Tower, man. You must love the CN Tower.
well, yeah, like it really is. It's a good staple right in the middle of the city. Like it's a good tower. Like it's definitely a good tower.
Yeah,
Um,
but you get different angles because you're up in the air, man.
Up in the air, down in the air, in the tower, outside the tower.
So are you shooting as you're flying?
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
it's two of us, right? So one
Right.
can fly, and then the other one can take photos, and then
Uh,
while I'm flying, he can take photos. So those both
interesting.
that it's not like a car where there's like one steering wheel, but there's two yokes,
Yeah.
so anybody can control any aspect, the co-pilot or pilot. So
Right, right.
yeah, some of these photos are on the from the tower itself as well because I used to work at the tower at the edge walk.
Oh, you used to work there?
Yeah, I used to work at the edge
Did
walk.
you go outside on the actual edge walk?
Yeah, I've done it 4 times now.
Oh man, you're crazy.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh my
I like,
god,
I like
man.
I like doing it. I like heights, man. I can't.
You must really like heights to go out on outside the edge
Yeah,
walk.
yeah, true. Can't take it.
Man.
But yeah, it was a great experience. working there and just doing the edge walk.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
did you like lead people along? Like what was your role there?
my role there was the I forgot what my role was
Just
called.
making sure that someone doesn't jump off?
Not really. No, 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 no. That's the guides, and
Oh.
I was actually down below in the ground, and I was editing the photos and the videos. So I was actually
Ah,
liking what I was doing.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing something that I actually liked. So it was all day sitting on Lightroom editing photos and
Mhm.
uh, editing their videos as well, because everybody gets printed photos and
Yeah.
two printed photos, and the photos can also be sold to them.
Yeah, of
I mean,
course.
you can buy the photos, and then the
Yeah.
video gets
How
sent
much
to
is it? How much was the photo? You
you.
remember?
So the full thing is $200.
Woo!
The edge walk is $200 for
Yeah.
first half hour, and the whole experience is 1.5 hour. First half hour is you getting readied up. Second half hour is you actually going out and doing the thing. So it's like
Yeah.
doing 360 around the tower and
Yeah.
the whole city. And then the last half hour is you coming back and you de-gearing and stuff. And
Yeah.
then after that, you would come to me, and then I would show you the video that the guides took, because the guides can only take the cameras, nobody else, right? So the guides
Right. Right.
are there to assist other people. So at a time, six people can go out. Seventh will be the guide, and if it's more than six, we can take eight. With eight, we take two guides.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one guide in the front, one in the back, and it can be less than six as well, like whatever, right? And after you're done, you come to me, and then I will try to upsell you the photos and the video. So you get the video, the photos, additional 25 for 10 photos,
Yeah.
and 50 if you need them on a print and on a USB. Well, I forgot the pricing, and they must have changed it as well. It was two
Yeah.
years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 2 years ago I worked the
Yeah.
season there. So 23, the whole summer season, it was great.
Yeah, busy, I guess, eh? A lot of tourists.
Very busy. Oh my God, the kids are again kids. I hate kids, but oh man,
I mean, kids can't go on the edge walk though, right?
no, no, no.
No.
13 and up only. So,
13 up. Yeah.
uh, but small kids around the tower, you would see them all the time, and they're uh,
Yeah.
some some adults are kids. Some adults are kids.
Some adults are kids, yeah, of course.
Yeah, some adults are
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah, of course.
and they they act that way. So you
Yeah,
have to deal with
that's
them.
true. That's true, man. What's your favorite season?
My favorite season would definitely be fall. I was born in
Yeah.
September. Yeah,
Yeah.
September is definitely my time. I love the time.
Yeah.
Leaves are falling. It's orangey. It's the
Mm.
tones that I really like. I like blues and oranges, right?
Mm.
Really good. You can go
Cool.
for hikes. You can go
Right. Yeah, yeah.
fly. If you're flying in fall, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I bet you get some great perspectives when you're up in the air.
Yeah, we just shifted our base from Buttonville, that just shut down 2 years ago,
Yeah.
to um, Burlington now, and then Burlington is just beautiful. Burlington is not bad at all.
So that's where the airport is?
Burlington has Louisville Field, Burlington Airport.
Oh yeah.
So we fly from Burlington Airport now.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad flight. It's like 6 minutes to Toronto Billy Bishop, or you can go to Niagara in 20 minutes. It's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever fly over the falls?
Oh, the falls?
Over the
No,
falls?
I
You
have
can't do
not
that?
yet. I haven't yet personally, but my other friend has done it. But me, I haven't gone above the falls. No.
Yeah.
It's a cool view though. You can only do so. There's no tower there, so it's uncontrolled the whole airspace, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you say intentions on a frequency that is used by all the pilots. It's called
Yeah.
CTAF, Common Traffic Advisory
Yeah.
Frequency.
Right.
So you advise the traffic on CTAF that I'm gonna enter the airspace. I mean, I'm gonna enter the area now, and then you do like right hand circles only.
Right.
So, and then you
Okay.
say your altitude, and then you're like your position, and then you're like you're gonna do circuits. So other people
Yeah.
know that you're here, and
Yeah.
it's just only right hand circles. Keep doing them until so no left hands, but only rights. Then yeah,
Mm. And why is it right? That's just the law?
this is the law. Like yeah,
Huh.
sure. Like when you're doing circuits, like
Yeah.
it also makes it easier for everybody to stay on the same page. Because say you're going right and then somebody is going left, it's
Yeah.
a really large possibility that you might two collide in the air.
Yeah, that's not good. Let's
Nobody,
not do that.
nobody wants that. Yeah.
Nobody wants that. You
So
don't wanna be on the news.
yeah, for not those reasons, you know,
Not for those reasons, no.
be on the news for like good reasons.
Of course, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
breakfast television
Yeah,
picked my story up. I was on breakfast television about 3 years ago now
yeah.
in January, and that was a good segment that really.
So what's the backstory there?
Backstory there was the same, like aviator, photographer, you know, how do I do all these things? How do I get these photos and
Yeah.
like everything? Yeah, like
How do they find you though?
just luck, pure luck.
They
Like
found you?
just how you found me, like, you know, it's
Yeah, it's just social media, man. It's crazy. Sometimes it's crazy, yeah.
social media. Like I'm a PR major and like social media for me also, like um learning up was a big thing, right? So like I
Yeah,
realized this sooner than later that that social media is gonna change lives like nothing else, and it did. Like people,
yeah, it does.
businesses, people started jobs online. You know, it was
Yeah.
crazy. The whole boost after 2020. So yeah,
Yeah, it's taking away the gatekeeper, like, you don't have to, like, ask permission. You just kinda do it.
you just kind of do it. You just
Yeah,
do it. Like you
yeah,
don't like. Okay, you don't like your job. Okay, quit the job. Okay, now I want to be an influencer. Okay, be an influencer. Nobody's
yeah.
stopping you. You know. Okay, I want to quit my job. Okay, quit your job. No, I want to be a photographer. Okay, be a photographer. Nobody's
Yeah,
stopping you. Where will I post these photos? Instagram, boom, easy. Snapchat, easy. You know. So
yeah,
it's like it gave people a reason almost to step out of their boundaries and zones and like do something that they want to actually do and like see themselves as, you know, versus
yeah,
working for somebody doing their jobs, is that anything like
yeah.
compared to your own thing. Like I think it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great time to be alive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
Between AI and everything, it's a great time to be alive.
with the AI thing though, yeah, AI thing is crazy. I was just at an event. It was 2 weeks prior
Yeah.
at the Intercare Center,
Oh, yeah.
the baby show, and me and my good friend we set up our booth. So she has a business of this photo booth.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure people have heard of photo booths.
Yeah.
So what we did was we took the photo of the mom, we took the photo of the dad, and then using the power of AI, we generated their future baby image.
Oh, wow.
Well, they could decide
Oh,
where
wow.
to go, right? They could decide.
That's wild.
Uh, we got so much attention. We generated easily over 1,300 photos in 2 days,
Mhm.
and it was a great success. Like it was a great success. Like the whole thing, like people were crazy. People were so happy to see how their baby would look like because they were all pregnant. Like most of them were like pregnant moms, right? So
Right.
they don't know, but they only know like if it's a boy or a girl. So
Yeah.
doing that, like giving them a photo, like it's a good
Wow,
gesture.
that's wild, man.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it was actually really good. Picked up really nice and good experience to be there. Like actually talk to people and like get their views on like AI and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually doing wonders. Like AI is really really good.
Yeah,
Everybody's
and it's just and we're just at the start of it.
oh for sure.
We don't even know what's behind the curtain, really. Like, we don't even
It's
really know.
it's gonna go. It's gonna go. Like it's just gonna go up and up. Like there's
Yeah.
like people already are so dependent on ChatGPT from like
Yeah.
students to like professors, even right? Like
Yeah.
everybody's on ChatGPT these days. Like
Yeah, it's wild, eh? Like
guy who I
so
used to
wild.
work with, he wouldn't like almost as if he wouldn't brush his teeth without asking, "Can I brush my teeth?"
No way.
Like
Come on.
like it's crazy.
Really?
Anything I ask him, bro, let me ask ChatGPT. Hold on, like as if his whole life depended on ChatGPT. Like it's so crazy. Like to
That's
see like,
extreme, eh?
how dependent people have become on
Wow.
AI stuff.
It's dangerous. Scary.
Really scary and
I just like how AI can take care of like all the admin stuff.
AI will take over us.
Descriptions, titles, like
AI
all
will
that
take
like
over
grunt
us.
work that
AI
we
will
had
take
to do manually, you can just boom,
it's
done.
gonna take over us. Like we're training it to be like better than us, right? So one day
Yeah.
it will be like, oh, I am actually better than you guys. Hold
Yeah.
on,
And it's gonna
boom,
be like I Am Legend, Will Smith.
boom, destruction right there. Like we don't know if we have like feeded data of like people's bank accounts to AI. You know, we don't
Yeah, I
know
don't
that.
know. I
Like,
don't know, man.
and
I have
in
no
one
idea.
day, somebody might prompt so good that like the whole thing will just go like, wow,
Yeah, it's
that's
gonna be
crazy. So
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next few years, that's for sure, eh?
very few years, yeah, very
Yeah.
soon we're gonna see this very soon. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
That's gonna be me at the
that's actually
great photo.
this is
That's
5 years ago almost, and like
yeah,
this
great
is my
photo.
friend. We rooftopped 100 Harbor or 90,
Yeah,
whatever that building is, top of it, right in front
wild.
of his condos, 88. Uh, spent the sunset there, my first ever rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it crazy to get up there?
crazy memories, great memories. Uh,
Yeah.
we could look at the CN Tower. We took the elevator to like 60 something floors,
Yeah.
pretending our friend was living there, and then
Right.
from 60 something floor to 72nd floor, 10,
Yeah.
almost 8 to 10 flights of stairs. We climbed it, and then like after that, we had to like do some magic and like
Right.
get outside and then get up and then get outside. It was very crazy.
Yeah.
I miss this day though. I miss this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it. So it's crazy.
What a sunset though, eh?
Crazy you brought this up. Yeah, clear skies, sun is. It's a nice.
Yeah, it's real. It's like it's a real sunset. It's
No,
not a
no,
fake one.
definitely not. Definitely not fake.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the sun is there. It's nice fall, like fall weather.
Yeah.
Like not bad. It's really good.
Ah. So that was your first rooftop. Have you done any other rooftops before after that one?
After that one, we did one.
Yeah.
Well, it was somewhere on Adelaide.
Mm.
We did and the 77 Huntley. Like everybody knows about that one. Like
Yeah.
it's just open. Like there's nothing to rooftop. It's the photo right next to it for the Huntley, left side. Yeah, that one. So this is
Ah.
from 77 Huntley.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing too special about this one. It's just like
Mm.
an open space. You can go and take photos. Not
Yeah.
many people know about it.
Huh.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
that was fun. I was somebody somewhere on Wellesley or Jarvis. I think we did one building.
Mm.
That was also fun. And after that, I actually just started doing plane stuff. So I didn't need to work.
Really, eh? After that, you started doing the plane stuff.
Yeah, like I was doing this for like a while. You see this, and then after that, I just sat in plane once, and then like after those photos, there was no like ground photos. It's all like
Yeah.
up photos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the same day we went out with these guys.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh man, I would not do that.
that was Rick and Joey. That's them.
That is wild.
It's actually,
Damn.
yeah, same rooftop. It's the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. You
Uh,
couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to do that one. So
no, I wouldn't go up like that. I was too scared, honestly. That
yeah.
one was scared, yeah. Now maybe not that much, but that was actually very crazy. Uh, what else? Yeah,
Look at
like
that. And that is that you flying?
This is my friend. That's
Your
not my
friend flying?
yeah, not my hand. But yeah,
Gee, that's pretty cool.
from here I just never like went back to like the ground photos. Everything after this was pretty much just
Yeah.
from above. Yeah,
Interesting. Well, I mean, again, you just get different angles, right?
different angles,
You just
different
get different perspectives that people don't usually get.
topics, different people are sometimes unlucky to not have this kind of experience in their lives because they can't afford a plane trip or like a
Yeah,
personal, or they can't. They're scared to fly. They're like anything the case may be. They get to
yeah,
see these views from their fingertips. Of
yeah,
course, they're gonna like it, because somebody else did. It's just doing like the daredevil act. Um, Not that I'm a great daredevil, but like still
yeah,
counts as like a good activity. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think
Cool, man.
really
What's like the craziest thing you've done?
fly in a plane.
Well, I guess in a plane, sure. What's the craziest thing you've done?
We did a zero gravity maneuver.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you take the plane and you stall it to a point where it just like falls down on its own, and
Oh
everything
yeah.
in the whole
You did that for fun?
yeah, did that for fun. Everything
Oh,
around the cabin is just like floating up in the air, just as
and then
you
what
are,
happens?
and you feel like your blood is like like it's in
So
zero
what?
gravity.
Now you're falling to the ground?
Now you're falling to the ground with the same speed as the plane. Like everything in the plane is falling at the same time
Oh,
with
jeez.
relation to the earth. So basically, and what you are actually feeling is zero gravity because there is no gravity when you're
Yeah.
falling down. So
So like you're in space almost?
you're almost feeling zero gravity. You're not in space. Well, you're
Yeah.
in space as you're in space now.
Right. Yeah, I guess so.
You're in space right now, like as
I
you speak.
guess.
Like, we are in space, right? This is space.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, the actual space starts somewhere above the Kármán line, right? Like that's what they say. This Kármán thing,
Yeah.
which
The
is
actual like the actual
yeah,
line of space.
the actual space. Um,
Oh yeah, it's here. I found it.
you found
It's
some.
pretty. Well, I found like what? Wait, this Kármán line,
Okay,
internationally recognized boundary,
yeah,
edge of space
just 100 kilometers. So
above sea level.
yeah, so zero gravity can happen on Earth. Like you don't really need to go to space to experience zero gravity. So
Yeah.
there is it's just the fact that you're actually not intact by the force of gravity in the sense that like if you do anything you can never attach yourself back to the gravity unless you like thrust yourself into it, of course, like that's called the re-entry, right? Or unless you do a re-entry.
Right.
um, Otherwise you're just in the orbit of the earth. But
Yeah.
in this case you're actually just like with the gravity, but like you're just like free falling, like as if it's
Yeah.
just like falling down.
It's wild.
There's actually a reel on my Instagram. If you go to my reel, you can
Yeah.
actually
Okay.
see like show it.
Yeah. Well, when you're doing this thing.
Yeah, yeah. We have a reel. We made a reel.
Let's see. Where'd that
Craziest thing other than that, I don't think I've done anything crazy apart from like just doing crazy stuff. Like, I don't know.
We got it. Okay, so it's on your highlights, like where? Oh, on your
Mhm.
reels.
Reels, the middle tab,
All right.
love photos,
Let's see this thing.
the reels. You're down. Keep going. Ye- Keep going.
Keep going down.
Uh, Oh yeah, you see the one on your right with the phone? Yeah. What's the point?
Alexa, oh, that's
We go
hilarious.
up and then we go down, and then as we go down, like everything is just like floating. We gotta like catch it.
Oh, yeah.
So we go up, we stall the plane, and then we pitch it down to recover and get the speed back. While
Yeah,
we do that, we are feeling zero gravity because we're literally in the thing with the thing.
that's wild, eh?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really a nice experience. Though.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys landed safely.
Yeah, yeah, and always. That
Always, always.
always, yeah. Otherwise, we would not be
Cool.
speaking, man.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, eh?
So, what? Tell me more about this podcast. How did you start? What made you start this?
Oh, this podcast started during COVID, but it was just me and my buddies that started it.
Okay,
But it was just us talking. There were no guests.
right.
And then after a couple of years, my buddies got busy, so it was just me. So I'm like, I can't do this by myself. So I need to invite other people. So
Yeah,
in like 2022, I just started asking people. So that's how it started.
exactly. Good because I've always started. I'm sorry. I've always thought of starting a podcast myself because I think
Yeah.
it's nice
Well,
and
I mean, like the barrier to entry is pretty low. Like to me, like the hardest part is just to keep going
oh yeah,
and being like consistent. Like if you're consistent with the podcast,
yeah.
you've like automatically like have outlasted like most people out there
True.
because you need to like be disciplined about it and like just kind of be focused on it to like whatever the goal is. You just need
True.
to make sure that that happens, right? But
Proud,
you know,
proud.
again, when there's no boss, like when there's no boss telling you to do something,
Yeah,
you need to be accountable to yourself, right? So,
exactly, exactly. That's a
well,
good
what do you want? What do you want your podcast to be about?
just basic stuff, just generally just basic stuff. I would have people like you, people
Yeah, invite me over.
like real estate people come on the
Yeah,
podcast and like tell me about the real estate market.
right. Yeah,
People like
right.
pilots,
Yeah,
people like actually politicians, if not, whatnot, right? Any and each and every kind of people, like artists,
you can.
creators,
Yeah,
yeah, anybody that likes to
start
speak
it.
about their story, like, let's say you
Yeah,
want to be on the podcast and speak about your
I'll
podcast.
come on. I'll
Oh,
come on.
damn, right? Like that's something. Because I have a camera, I have. So my thing with the podcast was like, I don't want it to be like like an online podcast like this
Sure. You want to be in person?
in person. Like it has to be face to face with like the camera set up and like the mic set up and everything, like Joe
Yeah.
Rogan style.
Yeah. Sure.
Um, but again, like that takes a lot of logistics, right? If I'm putting in the podcast work, which is free for now, like nobody is
Yeah.
paying me to do it, and I'm not even getting paid from somebody to do it, right?
Yeah.
So it has to deal with the logistics of getting the studio and like the getting the
Yeah.
space
The
and the
planning, the guests, the time.
planning, gathering the time.
There's
That when you're thinking about all that stuff, it just takes away so much energy because now you don't have like in this you don't have to worry about like a space. You don't have to worry about like me
yeah.
dressing
You
up.
just come on whenever you want to come on. Yeah.
Like yeah, come on, sign up, and like from the leisure of my home, I can like just do this.
Yeah.
And but a lot of people that I want as guests, they would hesitate to come up because not they're coming from far or they
Yeah.
don't live here. They don't live here at all or something.
Yeah.
Like they could never get a visa or something.
Right.
So it's really tricky. Like I'm still like I don't know like where do I want to start and like how do I want to start, but like um slowly but surely, it's just one of those things that will just like click and then like I wouldn't have to do too much about it and like it will just like go as is like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but
My advice is just to start
yeah, 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 exactly, just have
and
to
just to see like how it goes because you don't know what happens until you actually like do it. Like
absolutely,
you could do all the planning, all the research, and all the things, but until you actually get into the room with the person,
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
no,
know how it's gonna go.
absolutely, so yeah,
You
like
know?
I think the same, like I think the same, it's like I have to start it. If I don't start it then nobody else will, or somebody else will.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
which both of us.
However, it's even if you just start online just to get your feet wet, just to kinda, like, see, like, how the guests are and, like, how the flow goes and, like, how you wanna edit it, how you wanna cut up into reel like, all, like, the post stuff too, there's, like, post work too, right? So,
Right.
you know, because you gotta make the shorts, you gotta make the reels, you gotta do the captions, you gotta
All of it.
you know what I
All of
mean?
it.
There are AI platforms like Opus Clip that does it automatically, which
Yeah.
saves a lot of time, but, I mean, like, for me personally, I always like to rewatch the show just to see, like, how I did, like, how I can get better, like, what questions I didn't ask, and just so I can remember for next time, right? Just so you kinda, like, rate yourself to see how
Yeah.
you did, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
live, you're just kinda going with the flow and just, so
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that's a
mhm.
really good, interesting theory. I think because I'm still getting into it, and I don't know, So yeah,
I don't know, man. I would just if you really wanna, like if you're really interested, I would just start a couple, even if it's just, like, online like this and just to see what it is at first, and then if you really wanna dive in, maybe you rent a studio for a month and you get a couple of guests or something, and you can invite me on, then we can see how it goes.
true, true, true. We can do that. I don't
I
mind.
don't know.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
it'll be fun. I don't know. I think honestly, like people want to share their story. They just want to be asked to do that.
I think the
Because a
same.
lot of people like don't want to come across as um like egocentric, but they want to be asked about like, oh, how'd you do this or how'd you do that or you know,
Right.
kind of being like the Canadian, like the Canadian in us, you know. We're
Yeah,
so polite. We're so polite, you know. We don't want
absolutely.
to brag too much, you know.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I get it.
But
Yeah,
I think
hope
if
I'll
you
get.
ask people, I think you'll probably get like a lot of yeses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have people who are asking me. Like, I told them about the idea, and they're like, they're on it too much. They're like, when is the podcast? Like, when are we actually doing it? Like, they're calling me, and like, I'm
Oh,
like,
there's
well,
some people are asking you, huh?
I have to figure out the logistics. If I can not,
Yeah,
then nobody can hop on it.
yeah.
So
Mm.
there's no good time to start anything. So I think this
There's
might
never the right time.
never the right time.
The
So
right time is right now.
right time is right now.
You
Absolutely. So
don't know.
yeah,
Who knows, man? But yeah, it's just like with anything, like with photography or like making videos or
yeah,
like if you're able to be consistent over like a long period of time, like there's a lot of value to that because people will trust you more because they're gonna see, oh, you've been doing this for 4 years, okay, so you're kind of serious about it.
yeah, yeah.
You know
True.
what I mean? Like
True.
they kind of take you more seriously,
Yeah, yeah. They
right?
they will presume that you know your stuff, right? They will
Yeah, like you've kind of reached a certain level of
right trust and
just a certain level of skill
yeah, skill,
and
not trust.
experience because you've been doing this for so long, you know? Like
Right,
people, I think, especially with social media, like people just want the instant hit. They want the viral video. They want the viral thing. It's like they just think it's gonna come overnight. Like you
right.
mentioned being like an influencer.
Yeah,
Like how does anyone become like how does anyone become that these days? Because there's so much out there now. Like
there's a gym.
it's hard to like cut through the noise because there's just so much,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But if you're able to like kind of stick it out for the long haul, you're gonna like outlast a lot of people because a lot of people are just gonna give up or
True.
quit or move on or find other things or
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
yeah, yeah. You just have to be consistent. You have to actually put in the
It's
work
just so yeah, like you need to really treat it as like a job. Like
full
you
time.
need
Yeah,
to be there. You need to make sure that you kind of hit. You need to make sure that you kind of hit your goals.
absolutely. Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, man. Once once the podcast is up, I'm definitely gonna get you up on there.
Yeah. What are you gonna name it? The Naughty Podcast?
The naughty talks,
The Naughty Talks? Yeah, that's pretty good.
like something like
That's
that.
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
anything. Yeah. Well, we don't know yet, but let's see. Let's see
Is
where
it taken? Is it taken? You should do a quick search on Spotify or something.
Spotify. Or then put it up on Spotify too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast goes up on
Spotify,
Spotify and
YouTube.
Apple too.
Yeah, this goes on Spotify. That's crazy, actually. How do you do with audio sometimes? And is the audio fine for like Spotify?
No, I put it. So I use Premiere, and Premiere has like an AI voice enhancer that will clean up the audio and make it kind of like we're basically in like a studio. So
That's
so every show I do, this goes through that, and then I put it up to Spotify.
interesting.
So cleans the audio to make it sound like we're in like a studio.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I do with the audio.
See, like that's another thing, like you gain,
Yeah.
like with the skill, like like nobody else would know this, like
Yeah,
now
it's just experience. Like I just
experience.
oh okay, now there's this AI feature that will clean up audio. Great. And it does a pretty good job, right? So
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing my own voice.
yeah, you like hearing your own voice?
No, I hate hearing my own voice. I hate my voice when I'm listening to it.
Yeah, everyone does though. That's just a human thing.
It's just a human thing, yeah. But
That's a
I'm
human thing, man.
way too centered about it. I'm like, man,
Everyone does though.
I really don't like it, man.
Yeah. Cool, man. So
That's
what do you like is there like what do you want your work to be known for?
my work to be
Like
known for. I want
yeah.
to be like definitely as a photographer, like social media guy, like even now, like I can help people with like their social media or photo needs, video needs, anything that they might need. If they want to do
Yeah.
a aviation tour, we can also do that. But like sometimes it's just the money, right? So
Right, right.
well, for cheaper costs, we can do like a photo shoot. Like I can help people with like photos and making content and whatnot.
Yeah.
Also, like open to all sorts of work. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Like,
I like that. That's pretty good, eh?
I have like 7 years of experience now, so I think
Yeah.
like I can do any type of photos. Like from real estate to weddings to baby showers.
You
Like,
do it all, man. You do it all.
do it, yeah,
You climb roofs, you fly planes. You're like Batman.
not
Like
that
Batman,
cool, but yeah, damn.
man. And what's your advice for people that are starting out in either being a pilot or being a photographer? You can pick.
Man, be consistent with whatever they do. Be
Yeah.
consistent. If like consistency is key to everything in life.
Mm,
Um, I think that if you wake up and you show up, like that's 50% of the work done
yeah.
right there. So if you want to be a photographer, pick up the camera, get out there, just show up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's
50% of
important.
your photo is done, and the rest 50% is just you dig in your brain about how do I make this photo a little bit better. If you want to be a pilot, show up to the flight school and show
Yeah.
some interest. Like, hey, I want to be a pilot. Well, they're gonna ask you for the $30,000 initially, but
Yeah. That's it.
well, it goes up to 95 grand, up to like 100K if you want to get a commercial pilot license.
Oh, that's all it is. 100K.
100K, but it's not OSAP. It's not like non-OSAP because it's a license. So as with any other license, like you don't get like um, government funds.
It's your own money.
It's your own money, unless you
Right.
get a loan from a bank. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
your own.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's really.
Interesting.
Then after you become a pilot, like initially you make 50, 60K in a year, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a pilot in real world, but I guess some people can give you better numbers. But I
Right. Right.
like when you gain some experience, you can make 100K in a year, and then
Yeah.
then only like after 3 4 years you're able to make that money back that you spent
Yeah. Sure.
for the training. So
I guess that's the plan. Like you're gonna spend that money to make that money back.
you have to spend that money to make that money back, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not guaranteed a job or anything like that. So it's like,
Right.
yeah,
So like how's the pilot job marketplace in Canada? Like are
we
there a
are
lot of jobs for pilots?
we are struggling. Yeah, we don't have pilots. We
There's
don't
no
have
pilots in Canada.
over the world. No,
Oh, yeah? How
we
come?
we are having a global shortage of pilots as well as air traffic controllers, pilots.
Why?
People don't want to be
Why?
pilots because it's getting expensive to be pilots and the salaries are only getting cut off.
Oh,
So, and
really, eh?
it's tedious. Like becoming a pilot is no easy job. Like you have to like
Yeah,
really be on like your toes, like you have to
yeah,
learn stuff.
Right,
There
right.
was definitely a worldwide shortage. You can look it up. Like it's been there since 5 6 years because people became pilots, right? And they're old now, but the newer generation doesn't want to be pilots.
Oh,
So
is that right?
yeah, like they want to be pilots, but like it's just getting too expensive or anything like that. So we are ending up having a pilot shortage overall,
Ah,
and yeah, it's really crazy. Let's hope we,
ah,
yeah, like I just hope like we do something about it and like people
yeah,
actually work. Otherwise,
yeah. We need pilots.
we need pilots, man. We need pilots. Oh, like globally, we need pilots globally,
Yeah,
not just in Canada.
all
Canada
over the world.
is facing a shortage. NAV Canada always says like people should be an ATC and all. Like I believe they're paying for the training as well. So if you want to be an ATC, you can be an ATC, and they're gonna pay you for your training to
Oh
be an
yeah.
ATC. And
And how
there's
long is the training?
probably 6 to 8 months. It depends on what type of controller do you want to be. Do you want to be a ground controller? Do you want to be a tower controller? Because there's
Right.
like levels to it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ground
Interesting.
controllers only ground, towers only like 5 miles from the
Right,
airport and
right.
like the runways, right? And
Yeah.
then there's en route controllers. So en route controllers are about going like sorry, like they instruct the planes to be in the air or whatnot, right? So then there's radar
Okay.
controllers like that control.
Wow, so many. I didn't know there's so many different controllers.
There's like 6 levels to it, from delivery all
Wow.
the way up to center controllers.
Wow.
So there's like six
And you
levels.
make more money, like the higher you
You
go
make
up.
more money the higher you go up, the more
Uh,
experienced you are, and like
right, right.
pays are good. Pay skills are nice. Like I encourage anybody who's watching this, if they want to be an ATC, it's a good time. It's a great time because
Yeah,
ATC is also facing shortage.
yeah.
There's no degree or anything required to be an ATC, which is also crazy.
No degree, you just take the training?
But literally, they will pay you to be like trained. It's like joining the
Wow.
military. Like even military is having a shortage right now, right?
Yeah,
Canadian forces, we're having a shortage.
yeah,
So because I speak to a lot of I go to a lot of events. I volunteer at the air show and all, so I go to a lot of events and all. So talk to a lot of members of the military and whatnot, and they always tell me like, "Hey, man, we're facing a shortage of people. Like,
yeah. Wow, crazy, eh?
if I want to be a public affairs officer, they will pay me $80,000 to be a public affairs officer
Oh
with my
yeah,
training and whatnot. So,
yeah, yeah.
well, yeah, you just end up giving away your life for the country. But hey, I
Right.
think it's a good like
Yeah. It's
trade
very
off.
noble. Very noble.
It's a good noble trade off. Like, yeah, you're getting
Yeah,
paid $80,000 to serve your country. Win-win.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I guess I can speak because I have the military build. Like, not a lot of people do. So,
yeah, yeah.
hence, yeah,
Huh. Interesting.
yeah,
Very cool, man.
cool.
Well, we're up against the hour, so I just want to say thanks again for coming on.
No problem, man. It was amazing. Thanks,
Yeah.
boss. Yeah.
Um, any final words for the people out there?
Uh, well, be you. Just,
Ah,
just be you. You never know what might strike. Like I never
yeah.
knew by being myself, I could land up. I would end up on the what do you call this podcast again?
Open shutter.
Open Shutter podcast.
Yeah, this is a highlight for you.
Not really, but today, yeah, today's highlight
Yeah,
is being on Open Shutter Live. Like
that's it,
maybe
bro.
even this month's, this year's highlight. Okay, what did you do this year? Oh, I went on a
Yeah.
podcast.
Well,
Friend Paul,
I'm
and
gonna I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in your in review Instagram reel.
that's funny, man.
Don't forget about me when you put that up, eh?
No, never. I
Yeah.
posting. Do you also do like photos? You like doing
Yeah.
photography?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I do
I
photos, I
do.
do video, I do it all.
I do photo walks.
Oh
Do
yeah?
photo walks
Whereabouts?
just downtown,
Okay.
mostly with collaboration with BIAs like Waterfront or
Yeah.
Financial District BIA, or
Cool.
sometimes with like the CN Tower as well.
When is your next one?
Next one probably I'll do one in the summer. I haven't done it like in
Okay.
6 months. Yeah, I'll do one in
And
the
where do you
summer.
post it on? Like on
On
your
my on my
Instagram?
Instagram. On my Instagram. Instagram is Knotty.
Anyone can come?
Anybody can come, any
Mm,
skills, no camera required. If you're a phone shooter, more than welcome, because I want people to know that everybody can be a photographer and they all can have fun. And
yeah, it's important.
equipment doesn't matter. Like your equipment is like should be the least of your worries, like it's your eye that takes the photo, like it's your eye that composes the photo. The equipment is just there for you to take the button and like actually make that photo.
Yeah,
The if your eye is good, like I think you can be a great photographer. So yeah,
yeah,
anybody can join, any skill level, any age. Um,
it's true
and
though.
yeah, it's really a good time. Like people come, show up, we go to the islands. Last time we went to the islands, everybody's tickets were paid for.
Nice.
Yeah, because the work that I do, people like it, and people just give me discounts and whatnot.
No, it's beautiful.
Sure, and I can
So about
help
the
people about it, because not a lot of people get to go to the islands. So
yeah, true,
sure,
true.
man, let's go. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
help with all
it's
that.
it's always good to meet people, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's always a great experience to like share your values and like get to know their
Yeah,
values, and like
of
like it's a
course,
great time.
of course.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'll definitely look out for the next meetup, man. We can definitely meet up in person.
for sure. Let's
It'll be good.
probably in the month of what month is this? More April? Like yeah, we're already in April. And so probably in May.
You know?
Yeah, like sometime May, any weekend in May would be okay.
No.
I don't mind.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I
Post it up,
can
man.
I can post it up on my Instagram. So I encourage everybody to follow me on at
Yeah.
Knotty, Knotty, and you know it,
Yeah. Yeah.
not an underscore in the end. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thanks again for coming up, people watching this thing. Thanks for doing that. And you can check out Naughty. Link is in the description and book some flights with Naughty.
yeah, yeah. Come shoot. All right,
Cool,
man.
man.
Cheers,
All
man.
right.
See
We'll see you next time, man.
you next time.
All right. Peace.
Bye.